And we are live. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another Monday live stream where I answer your questions about cell phone plans and help you save as much money possible on your cell phone bill. Before we dive into the live stream today, we have to welcome some amazing people in the chat. We've got Voodoo here, Real Unknown Shinobi is here. We've got It's Not Me, It's Someone Else here. We've got Taylor already diving in with a super chat. Taylor, thank you so much. I'll be sure to answer that in just a moment. Max is here. Max, great to see you in the chat today. Gregory is here. Nick is here. It's Monday. It is Monday. Tommy's like, let's see, will we start on time today? I always set this for 6:05 p.m. my time, Mountain Time, and I tried and hit that. It's not me, it's someone else. Where is Stetson? I am here. So it is great to see you guys. G. Pirani is here. Gregory is here. We are live. Sunkissed, love that name. Lewis is here. Hello. Mobile Tech Saga is here. Great to see you in the chat. Has the way reliability is calculated changed in the new website? Wow, Aaron, great question. I don't think so. I think reliability is calculated the same, but we'll be sure to dive into that. The new coverage map website, and we'll be diving into AT&T's new plans as well. That was the big announcement from last week. We have new Value 2.0, Extra 2.0, and Premium 2.0. I have been diving deep onto the new plans, comparing them with the old plans, trying to figure out if people should upgrade. And I already saw some people asking about it in the chat. This is actually Taylor. Is AT&T's new value plan the replacement for the best plans since AT&T Unlimited Starter is gone? One new thing is the names are less goofy. That is true. Yeah, and for those of you who may have missed it, in my best cell phone plans for 2026 video, I crowned AT&T Unlimited Starter as the #1 best plan because it was an affordable price, and it still gave you access to AT&T's best device trade-in deals, up to $1,100 off in some cases. Unfortunately, and ironically, AT&T has removed that plan and has replaced it with the new AT&T Value 2.0 plan. So we'll be covering AT&T's new plans and the all-new coverage map website in just a minute. Before diving in, of course, we got to thank the sponsor for this live stream, which is Backmarket. This live stream is brought to you by Backmarket. Backmarket is the leading marketplace for refurbished electronics. You can get an iPhone 15 Pro from $412, a Galaxy S23 Ultra from $364, a Pixel 8 Pro from $286, or an iPhone 14 from $263. All Backmarket phones are certified refurbished. This means they've gone through a thorough quality inspection of the screen, speakers, ports, buttons, microphones, cameras, and more to verify the phones are 100% fully functional. Backmarket also offers free 30-day returns and protects your purchase with their free 1-year warranty. When you combine getting an affordable plan with an affordable phone off of Backmarket, you save yourself thousands of dollars compared to one of those free phone deals from a big carrier. Backmarket is also offering you an extra $20 off with code BYOD20 for a limited time, so check them out at the link below. Now, back to the stream. And we are back, and hopefully the haircut matches. I know you guys were talking about that last Monday, which was really funny. It was true. My hair was long. The hard cut between the ad read and the live stream was it was really funny. So yeah, I think we should dive in with AT&T's new plans. And thank you guys, Sunkiss, saying liking the new haircut. Appreciate you. AT&T's new plans, right? What has AT&T done, my friends? So pulling up the site here, AT&T has launched they launched low-key a new website, right? They updated their nav bar here, shop, deals, the AT&T difference, and support. And if we go to shop, we go to phone plans, we can see AT&T's 3 new plans. So we have no unlimited. It's just called AT&T Value 2.0, AT&T Extra 2.0, and AT&T Premium 2.0. And the big question is, well, how do these compare to AT&T's previous plans, right? What's new? What's different? and what is going on with the other plans, which are now the age 55 plus plan and the AT&T 4 gig plan. Start with the easy stuff. I don't think anything changed with AT&T 55 plus or the AT&T 4 gig plans. These are still here. If you know someone who is 55 years or older, the age 55 plus plan is actually not a bad deal, especially if you get it bundled with AT&T internet. That can often be an excellent value. The 4 gig plan is absolutely horrendous. I think I saw someone online saying AT&T needs to have a postpaid plan with a set amount of data that is used as like a reference point or something for MVNOs. So if MVNOs are saying AT&T is like charging too much per gig, like AT&T has a plan that they can point to. Anyway, not 100% sure on that, but that was the theory. The real exciting and interesting news is with these new 2.0 plans. AT&T Value 2.0. This plan is replacing the outgoing AT&T Value plan and the previous unlimited starter plan, okay? And I think it's almost easier if I just bring up what the differences are, because I think that's going to be most helpful. So if I pull up this little Google Doc here, I think this will work mighty fine. Oh, we got to verify. Hang on. One moment while I verify. It is, in fact, me signing in. The amount of times I have to sign in is ridiculous. That's what happens when you have like 8 Gmail accounts. Okay, perfect. So we're in. AT&T Value Plus VL versus AT&T Value 2.0, the new plan. First is a price drop, $50.99 down to just $50, which is much nicer. Going from deprioritized data to now getting 5 gigs of priority data and then unlimited deprioritized data. I think this is going to improve a customer's experience initially with the plan, and then as they consume that 5 gigs of priority, depending on what the deprioritized experience is like, if they're in an area where it doesn't matter, they'll be totally happy, totally fine. If they're in an area where it does matter, then they'll start to feel their plan is a little bit slower, and that could be a point where AT&T can prompt them to upgrade. You're also going from no hotspot data to now 3 gigs of hotspot. It's not a lot, but it will work in a pinch. And you're going from no device trade-in deals to getting up to $500 off devices with a trade-in. Now, this is notably not AT&T's best device deals. It is roughly half. Now, the big thing is pricing. So let's go ahead and open up the price comparison here. I always think this is interesting, and I think I can zoom in on this, so hopefully you guys can see it. Comparing the old, let's get this out of here, old Value Plus VL versus Value 2.0, it's a price decrease, an improvement across the board. Looks like roughly between 3 and 11%, depending on how many lines you have. Overall, we're getting priority data, hotspot data, and a price drop across the board, and eligibility for the device trade-in deals. So Value 2.0 is definitely an improvement over the outgoing Value Plus VL plan. So if you're on Value Plus, you should probably switch. If you are, looks like we are now way zoomed in on this document, so let's zoom out a little bit. If you are on AT&T Unlimited Starter, this is where things get a little bit more interesting. My previous pick for the best AT&T plan, $65.99 down to $50 with the new Value 2.0 plan, so a massive price drop there. Going from unlimited deprioritized data to now again that 5 gigs of priority before unlimited deprioritized data. Slight decrease in the hotspot going from 5 gigs to 3 gigs, so it wasn't a whole lot of hotspot to begin with. I don't think this is going to impact too many people, but a little bit of a downgrade there. And the biggest factor is actually the promotional credits. When you were on AT&T Unlimited Starter, you were eligible for AT&T's best deals. So this means when you go to AT&T.com and you see the new Galaxy S26 Ultra for $0, you are eligible for that on Starter. iPhone 17 Pro for $0. You are eligible for that on Starter. iPhone 17e for $6 a month. Boom, you're eligible. The Pixel 10 Pro XL for free. You are eligible. iPhone 17 Pro Max for up to $1,100 off. You are eligible on AT&T Unlimited Starter SL. This new value plan is not. And I think, Max, shout out to you. I think I saw you post this on X. If you actually go to AT&T's site and click offer details, AT&T is now doing a better job at highlighting the full offer details. And you can see that the eligible plans, you have to be on AT&T Extra 2.0 or higher, meaning the Value 2.0 plan is not eligible. And you can see here, AT&T Value 2.0 is eligible for up to $500 maximum. And that is what I was using for the comparison. So a big decrease there in the trade-in value. The question is, right, okay, how does this change the net value of the plan? This is something I was really curious about, and so I actually did a comparison. And I did it for the baseline iPhone and the Pro Max model iPhones. And I basically highlighted the winning plan based on how many lines you have. You can see for the baseline iPhone, the new Value 2.0 plan, even though you're getting less credit, only $500 versus $830, because the plan cost is cheaper, it's going to be net lower for 1 line, 2 lines, and 3 lines. However, for 4 and 5 lines, the Legacy Unlimited Starter plan was actually the better value by a pretty significant amount. You can see about $500 difference here for 4 lines, and what is that? $1,500, give or take, for 5 lines, net cost over 3 years. And that's for getting, again, that base iPhone. For the Pro Max model, this actually did a little bit better of a comparison. You can see starter and value. And value is actually more expensive by, not by too much for 1 line, not by too much for 2 lines. But again, when you hit 3 lines, 4 lines, and 5 lines especially, that is a massive difference. That is almost $3,000. That's probably $2,800 difference between the Legacy Starter plan and the new Value plan if you are getting an iPhone Pro Max, so the new 17 Pro Max. And that's because you're only getting $500 off versus the $1,100 off that the starter plan was eligible for. The good news is if you're an existing starter customer, you're still eligible for the same great deals. So no need to upgrade, and you still appear to be eligible for the best promotions. And then Max is saying in the chat, interestingly, the Galaxy phone deals seem to let you get the value plan unless something changed. I believe you are correct. I was seeing that as well, which is kind of interesting and very confusing if you're trying to like compare all of these different plans and deals. So let's see S26 Ultra, see offer details. And if we expand this one, it looks like eligible plan, starting at $60 a month before discounts, which would include the new Value 2.0. I think the thing I pointed out on Twitter is that it's only eligible for a single line on Value 2.0, I believe. Yeah, I mean, maybe I'm mistaken. If new customer for single line on Value 2.0. Maybe they are just eligible for as many lines as you have. But yeah, that's interesting. So if you're a Samsung Galaxy fan, the good news is Value 2.0 is actually a steal. You can grab that. You can grab the best Samsung Galaxy phone and get a deal on that, which is insane. Okay, next is AT&T Unlimited Extra. 3 key changes. Price drop, $75.99 down to $70. Increase in priority data going from 75 gigs to 100 gigs. Big increase in hotspot going from 30 gigs to 50 gigs. That's nice to see. And per usual with the price comparison here, let's go ahead and pop over to sheet 1. Okay, yeah, and I think I forgot to mention this, but big price drop going from starter SL to Value 2.0. For extra, it's a little bit of a price drop for lines 1 through 4. For some reason, 5 lines is a little bit more expensive, and I imagine if you have more than 5 lines, it would still be a little bit more expensive as well. But if you have unlimited extra, I mean, this is a great plan upgrade at a little bit of a lower price, so I would definitely consider switching. For unlimited premium 2.0, again, 3 key changes here. Price drop, I misspoke, price increase, $85.99 increasing to $90 for a single line, making it AT&T's most expensive plan. Not quite as expensive as T-Mobile Experience Beyond, though. Huge increase in hotspot data, going from 60 gigs all the way up to 100 gigs. And there is a new tablet and wearable line discount. So each line on unlimited premium is now eligible for a discount on either a tablet line or a watch line. You're only able to pick one discount per premium phone line that you have. Big savings for tablet users, minor savings for watch users, but depending on how many lines is in your family, going with the new plan could make sense. Now, the big question, how is pricing for multiple lines? Taking a look at the full breakdown here, it's a price increase, looking like about 5%, kind of across the board, and again, a bigger increase for 5 lines. So not too bad. I mean, one line obviously is like that $4 price jump, 2 lines, a little bit $8 more expensive, 3 lines, what is that, like $13 more expensive, give or take, maybe $12 more expensive, 4 lines, also a little bit more expensive. 5 lines, really big jump, $230 versus $275. So definitely something to be mindful of. The other thing AT&T changed is their signature discount. So if you go to AT&T.com, actually we have it up looking at their plans, you can see AT&T offers 2 discounts now, and they have done a better job separating these. The first is what they're calling AT&T Appreciation Savings, okay? AT&T Appreciation Savings is for military veterans, teachers, retired responders, and their families, and it's available on Value 2.0, Extra 2.0, and Premium 2.0. This is available for all of them, and the discount changes based on the line. So if you have a line that's on Premium, you're going to get 20% off per line. You're going to get 15% off on Extra and 10% off for any value lines. The second discount AT&T offers is what they are now calling AT&T Signature Savings. This is for business employees, union members, and students, and this is only available on AT&T Premium 2.0, and it is just 20% off per line. Net cost, this is going to be a little bit more expensive than the previous discounts. Previously, AT&T Appreciation Savings was 25% off for all lines. It was like 25% off your total bill, which was insane. And the AT&T Signature Savings, this is probably a bigger discount. Before it was $10 off per line per month, and now it is 20% on what is effectively $90, so $18 off, but the net cost is still a little bit more expensive going with the new plan. So those are AT&T's new plans. Good, bad, I think. To answer the first question, right, from Taylor, is the value plan the replacement? I mean, I guess it probably is. Looking at the net cost, it's still going to be cheaper than a lot of what the competition is offering, right? So this is the base iPhone comparison. I think I was just looking at AT&T plans here. So I'll have to go ahead and do the math out, but I think because Value 2.0 for a single line with the base iPhone is cheaper than Unlimited Starter, that means it's going to be cheaper than the offerings from T-Mobile and Verizon as well, which likely makes it a good overall value, particularly if you're a Samsung Galaxy user and you can take advantage of the full promotional credits and offers on the Samsung phones. So it will likely take the spot. I will have to go ahead and update the article. Unfortunately, the video is already out. But yeah, it'll net be a good plan. Of course, I'm always big on going with a prepaid carrier, and I think, going with US Mobile Unlimited Starter, Visible Plus, US Mobile Unlimited Premium, those will all be fantastic options. So that's what I'd say. Yeah, William is saying the Value 2.0 is decent overall for the price. I think it is. It's got the features most people need. Unlimited high-speed data, your 3 gigs a hotspot. You're still getting roaming in Canada and Mexico. So I think it is a reasonable value for the price. Mystery Queen is saying, I currently have unlimited premium PL. I don't know. Should I keep my plan or go with the new plan? I think you should probably stick with your current plan. The new premium 2.0 plan, as we saw, is generally a price increase, and you're not really getting that many new features, right? So this is the premium comparison. It's going to be a price increase no matter how many lines you have, no matter how you slice it. You're not really getting new features aside from the extra hotspot data and the wearable discounts. If you do have a tablet line or a watch line, maybe going, taking the tablet down from $20 to $10, the net cost will end up being a little bit lower on the new plan. But I think I would stick if I were in your shoes. So that's what I would do. Michelle is saying, or Michelle is saying, what is the best plan for my iPhone and Apple Watch? This really depends. I mean, rule number one is figure out what network has the best coverage in your area. And to do that, you can use the all new Coverage Map website. We didn't talk about this yet, but we will talk about it right now. We just launched the biggest update to coveragemap.com it has ever seen. There are so many exciting new features here. First and foremost, we launched a universal search. So not only can you go ahead and search for a location or a zip code, as you guys love to do, you can punch your zip code, bam, it brings up your location, but you can also now search for a country and a location like Canada. I guess that's actually just cities. So we can go to, let's say London, boom. London, United Kingdom. Now we're looking at a full breakdown of London and the different providers there, which are EE, O2, 3, and Vodafone. And you can see the crowdsource speeds and how they rank. I mean, so many improvements. We now have this epic performance comparison where you can instantly see best download 3, best upload EE, best latency 3, best reliability O2. And you can also kind of toggle between the different categories to compare them and see exactly how they stack up. So that's the new Coverage Map website. And also worth noting, like if you go to any carrier, you just get this beautiful breakdown, right? Full speedometer gauges on the download speed, upload speed, latency, and reliability. You can see how many tests have been run. It's so, so cool. What bands that carrier is using, the frequencies, the technologies, the MCC, MNC codes, the ASN numbers, and the MVNOs, like so cool. So, so cool. So big shout out to Trevor for putting so much time and energy and effort into making this. He is absolutely incredible. Scott is saying, was just in London, Vodafone was great. Yeah. Let's see. Pulling London back up here. Vodafone looks like 53 down, which is actually the slowest on the download, and it is second slowest on the upload, but 6.1 out of 10 reliability, not too bad. I'm sure it's probably fine, and we probably just need way more crowdsourced data to really pull it up. Yeah, Max is saying it. Shout out to Trevor. Trevor was absolutely cooking on this. This is the best update we've ever seen. And again, this isn't just United Kingdom, right? This is like in Canada as well. We have a full breakdown here. Bell, Rogers, TELUS. Guys, look at Bell. Bell is just cooking over there. 121.7 megabits per second down, 17.7 megabits per second up, 9.2 out of 10 reliability. Absolutely amazing. And you can see over 100,000 speed tests in Canada right now, hopefully growing quickly. So really, really cool. I got totally derailed from the actual question, which was the best plan for a iPhone and Apple Watch. So to answer your question, yeah, go ahead, check coverage. That's why we're talking about. That's why we're here, right? I'm in Boulder County, so we're searching by country. Let's go to the homepage, Boulder County, and we can see exactly how everything compares. T-Mobile and Verizon look like they're the best. They probably are the best. So figure out which one's good in your area. AT&T maybe not so good, and then you go from there. If you're looking for Verizon, I think a really great option is going to be two good options, really. Visible. They have their Visible Plus Pro plan. You can currently grab this for $40. It is just an absolute steal. I think I have this on my homepage. Visible Plus. Yeah, Visible Plus Pro. Normally $45. You can grab this for $40 with code 5OFF5. Unlimited priority data on the Verizon network. Unlimited hotspot at 15 megabits per second. That's really nice to see. Full 4K video streaming. Not a lot of plans offer that. And great international features as well. The real kicker for you is Visible Plus Pro includes a free Apple Watch line. So, and I guess a Google Pixel Watch, but you're asking about Apple Watch. So yeah, it includes a free Apple Watch line, $40 net for both the phone and the watch. Another great option is going to be US Mobile. I don't have the plans up on the homepage, so I'll just pull them up here and we can see what their newest promo is. Yeah, geez. US Mobile is just like foot on the gas with these promotional codes. You can do unlimited starter. Let's just do monthly, forget the promos. Unlimited starter on US Mobile. You have to go with Warp, which is the Verizon network, and you'll get 70 gigs high speed, 10 gigs hotspot, and you can add the smartwatch for, I think it's like $10 extra if we do monthly for the smartwatch line. Yeah, $9.50 a month extra. This is going to be another great option. Net cost will be around $35 if you're doing monthly. If you wanted to do annual, well, worth shouting out, US Mobile Unlimited Premium on Warp, again on Verizon. That's going to include that free smartwatch line, which you can see it says right here. Free smartwatch plan on Warp. If you want to do annual, you can save even more money. Premium drops to $24.90 a month, which is insane. That's genuinely too good to be true. And then unlimited starter, $14.60 a month. So those are really great options if you want something that is on the Verizon network. If you want T-Mobile coverage, I think my pick is probably going to be Metro. And while we're talking about Metro, guys, Metro launched an all-new plan. Low-key, bring your own phone. Check this out. You know how I've been railing? I've been disappointed with Metro because their $25 plan does not include hotspot. Well, they just launched a new $30 plan. If you bring your own device, hotspot included. That's right. This plan comes with 10 gigs of high-speed hotspot data. That's fantastic. This easily, I think, is better than, maybe not better, but it's very comparable to what Mint offers. And if you want something month to month, this is your answer. This is your answer. And then Metro also supports the wearable lines as well. So if you do phones and devices, you can do plans. Yeah, watch and tablet plans. Bam. You can see tablet options and then smartwatch, $10 a month. This is really good if you want T-Mobile coverage, and T-Mobile's good in your area. So I hope that is helpful. G. Pirani, what about India and other nations formerly there? Yeah, great question. So coveragemap.com is officially live in the 4 regions we support, and the website is live in the United States, Canada, Puerto Rico, and the United Kingdom. However, if you launch the map, you can see, let's go ahead and pop into speed test, and I will pop over. If you click the flag icon in the top left, you can actually search for a country, and you can see India is in fact in the supported list, and we are starting to map out speed tests in India. And so if you live there, you can download the free Coverage Map app. You can run tests. Looks like we have some data kind of scattered around right now. It's probably not good, not going to lie. Maybe not good, but it's just not filled in yet because we haven't really, we haven't reached the audience there and people don't know we exist yet. However, you can check it out. You can see exactly what network people are using. Looks like Airtel, BSNL, Geo, and V are the big ones. You can click on any square, see what the speeds are like, and we're starting to map stuff out. And I think once we get more data, there's some stuff we have to do on the back end to fully support a country in terms of collecting all of the data. I mean, if you go to the United States, right, and let's just take T-Mobile as an example, we have to collect a lot of information about the technology, the frequencies, the bands, the MCC, MNC codes, ASN numbers. Like, we have a lot to enter on the back end to make sure all the carriers are set up and ready to go. So launching a new country is actually a huge amount of work for us. But we can still start mapping tests And then once the website is ready, we have enough data, we have everything entered, we can flip a switch and bam, start giving you a full breakdown on the site side of how the different networks compare in these different regions. So there we go. D Nito is asking, honest take on Tello, considering due to 50 gigs of data. Tello is candidly a fantastic carrier. The reason I don't talk about them that much is because oftentimes another carrier will give you more data at a better price. And Tello's unlimited plan is a really great example. So this is Tello, bring your own plan, unlimited data, unlimited minutes, 25 bucks a month. The unlimited plan comes with 50 gigs at full speeds and then 10 gigs of hotspot data included. This is a great plan. This is a great plan. However, if we hit up this website I really like, bestphoneplans.net, we can go to plans. We can search for, I mean, we could probably filter this, right? Data, unlimited, unlimited. Tello is on the T-Mobile network, so we'll limit coverage to T-Mobile. And you can see a lot of the sponsored ones are more expensive. Yeah, here's Tello's plan. It's a great plan, but it's only 50 gigs, right? And we have to toggle on, man, there's like a couple things, a couple different plans that I think are worth mentioning here. Toggle on after taxes and fees. What are we looking at? $27.35. It's still a great plan. For a couple dollars extra, you can get Metro's $30 plan. Taxes and fees included, 10 gigs of hotspot. You know, maybe you want to save the extra money with Tello. That's totally fair. I think the plan that I'm thinking of right now, yeah, it's this one. US Mobile Unlimited Starter Lightspeed. So for the same $25, right? Taxes and fees included. Instead of 50 gigs, you're now getting 70 gigs of high-speed data before unlimited at 1 megabit per second. Deprioritized, you're getting the same 10 gigs of hotspot, and you're getting 4K video streaming, which is an upgrade over Tello's 480p video streaming. US Mobile also supports, I guess they have different international add-ons. Depends on what you're looking for. If you get the US Mobile annual plan, then the international features will be included if those are important to you. So I think historically I've probably been like, hey, if you need truly unlimited on-device data, 25 bucks for Metro. If you want hotspot, 25 bucks gets you 70 gigs and 10 gigs of hotspot from US Mobile. And that's generally been the plan I think I've recommended. So Tello is great. Great app, great experience, great website, really easy to get your port out information. Really love what they're doing. And I think, honestly, I've just recommended probably US Mobile or Metro above them. So that's what I would say. JPEG334, great to hear from you. In a few hours, I'll be placing a pre-order for the Oppo Find 6 and Oppo Watch X3. That sounds super exciting. I hope you're able to get the items you order and that they're amazing. I know Oppo has some really nice hardware and devices, so I think that will be super exciting. And curious what you think of them when you get them. Tommy, I want a OnePlus 15T. Tommy, you and me both. I think I've heard the OnePlus 15, the modem has been incredible. Wait, are we talking about the same thing? It just hit me that the 15T, is that out yet? What are we on? I think the 15 is what I'm thinking of. The OnePlus 15. 900 bucks. Honestly, it looks great. I like how Sandstorm, okay, ultraviolet, infinite black. Oh, I think I'm kind of digging this Sandstorm. I'm not going to lie. I think it might blend in a little bit with my backgrounds. I always think from a photography perspective, filmmaking perspective. I'm also so boring and just love black phones, but yeah. So I don't think they have the 15T, right? It's just the 15 phones, 15. Yeah. So what are we thinking for the 15T? Either way, I've heard this OnePlus 15 has an awesome cellular modem. At least really good Wi-Fi performance from what I've seen on X. Bokeh Effect Stetson, will there be a video on the new AT&T plans? Yes, there will. Per my fashion, I mean, you can see earlier in this live stream, I'm doing a ton of work on it, breaking everything down, analyzing it. So it will come maybe this week, maybe next week. Probably next week is what I'd say. Really just try and make it super in-depth and provide as much comparison as possible. And I think that will take time, is what the thing is. Oh, G Pirani. Interesting find. It looks like the new website is showing that in Anchorage, Alaska, it's saying T-Mobile is the best. Let's see, Anchorage, Alaska. T-Mobile, I see. It looks like, here, I can show you guys what I'm looking at. Performance by carrier in Anchorage. Not necessarily incorrect. However, it does appear we are missing GCI for this analysis. So that is good feedback and something we will definitely consider. I think the good news is we do have GCI as a carrier, and we have the full breakdown on site. And if you show the map, super cool. We can scroll up and see the coverage breakdown and the verified coverage map. Very few tests, but it's there. It's there. People are out there testing. But I see what you mean. Yeah, that's great feedback. We'll look into that. Vorgov is saying, Stetson, I just got visible 3 days ago and customer support revisioned my line so bad that I don't have access to N77 anymore. Only millimeter wave on the Visible Plus Pro plan. How does this even happen? I have no idea. Candidly, no idea. I am so sorry, though. That really stinks. I mean, Verizon's whole network right now is basically based off of N77. Makes a massive difference. Makes a massive difference. Josh is saying the OnePlus 15 did have a great modem in my experience. Carrier support is kind of lackluster besides T-Mobile. Yeah, unfortunately, I do think you have to be on T-Mobile for a lot of the imported phones. Interesting. The 15T is China only. 15 and 15R are global. Thank you, Charles. I was wondering about that. And that makes sense why it was not showing up on the site. Aldante Brown just got an iPhone 12. What is the cheapest cell service you will recommend? If you are on a serious budget, I think there's so many great options. The plan, I have a couple plans that I would recommend. So top picks, we just go to low cost plans. The single most affordable plan in existence right now is going to be the Helium Mobile Zero plan. Okay, this is $2.20 a month is what I pay after tax. So the plan is free, but you have to pay taxes on that. And the net cost will probably be about $2-ish, depends on where you live. Comes with 1 gig of high-speed data over cellular, and then 2 gigs of high-speed data that you can use on Helium's Wi-Fi hotspots. Deprioritized, no hotspot, and very little minutes and texts, only 100 minutes and 300 texts. But for $2 a month, this is a really great value plan. I think the next plan I would recommend is honestly US Mobile's 2 gig plan. This is $10 a month flat with all taxes and fees included. 2 gigs of high-speed data, deprioritized, included hotspot, so you can use up to all 2 gigs as hotspot data, and then you're getting unlimited minutes and unlimited texts. It's a really great value plan. I would definitely look into that. Mobile X could technically be a little bit cheaper, but I think really for the best month-to-month price with everything you need, US Mobile's 2 gig plan is probably what I'd suggest. And again, you can activate US Mobile on AT&T, T-Mobile, or Verizon, so you can be sure you're getting the best coverage in your area. Yeah. G. Pirani, did you see US Mobile's ad they called a mistake? Yes, I did. If you go to Reddit, the heart of the internet, let me see. I think it was posted on US Mobile. If we go to the subreddit, yeah, my $400,000 mistake, and why I'm showing you anyway. Very happy that I have not made a $400,000 mistake yet, but US Mobile allegedly has. They made this video kind of a little raunchy, honestly. Not sure I'm the biggest fan of it, but we don't need to watch the whole thing, but basically it's this play on this girl with this guy, and she's like, oh, actually, I get to switch between all three of you whenever I want to. And of course, it's a play on the networks, right? We got Mr. Blue Shirt, AT&T, Mr. Red Shirt, Verizon, and Mr. Pink Shirt, T-Mobile. And it's just this like really interesting ad. And, you know, if signal isn't strong enough, right, she can switch to another guy. And, you know, if he gets weak and signal falters, she can go back to her other guy, Adam. So yeah, it was a funny ad. I'll throw the link in the chat if you guys want to take a look at it. But I guess US Mobile didn't feel like it was usable for them, or it wasn't what they were looking for, or whatever. Honestly, thought it was fine. Maybe not $400,000 worth of advertising money, but I thought with the effects and everything they did, it totally seemed reasonable to me. Anyway, that is the ad. So yes, I did see it. Ooh, Steak 400. On your live stream, your description still says your top pick for family plans is AT&T Unlimited Starter. Yeah, I'm going to replace it with AT&T Value 2.0. I think that is the consensus here. Really, what I'm looking for from a postpaid carrier is a good value for families. And I don't think there's going to be anything that's better than AT&T. Let me see if I can pull up a price comparison here. Yeah, this is it. So it'll give you guys a sneak peek behind the curtain of the just insane Airtable I have. So this is the Airtable. Let's go ahead and filter this. Right now I'm filtering by carrier, which is AT&T. So let's go ahead and throw Verizon in here, and we can throw in T-Mobile as well. Now the thing is, this Airtable is not factoring in the device discounts. So what we need to do, wow, this is an absolute mess. Let's also filter by status is active, and that's going to eliminate the legacy AT&T plans and should be accurate. Cool. So if I download this and upload it to this Google Sheet, we should be able to figure out the exact cost breakdown. This is how I get work done. We're doing live work right now. The plan, the cost, the max trading credit. I think that's perfect. I think that's all we need. Cost, plan plus tax. Yeah, perfect. And we'll just, oh man, wait, we need lines, you guys. Hang on. Let's find the lines and then move that over and then copy and paste, and then we're good. Plan name, lines, perfect. All right. And this is kind of an estimate because we are estimating the max trading credit. And the reason we're doing that is because it's insane to do it otherwise. And everything changes on like a month-to-month basis, which is nuts. So if we sort A to Z for the 3-year total and then sort lines A to Z, that will group everything by lines and give us the most affordable options. And we can go ahead and click over here. And I think if we just select this and then go ahead and click the waffle icon, we can do lines number, perfect. And I think that's it. And I wonder if we can like, maybe we don't need to do that. Maybe we can just filter by lines. Yeah. One line. What's the cheapest? AT&T Value 2.0 is the cheapest for a single line. Getting a, I guess we have a 17 Pro Max selected, but that's the most popular iPhone, so we'll keep it. We'll keep it. Then extra, that extra is honestly a good value for what you're getting. Then T-Mobile Essentials Savers, then the AT&T 4 gig plan, T-Mobile Essentials, Verizon Unlimited Welcome. T-Mobile's plans in last for a single line. Very interesting. All right, let's bump over to 2 lines now. Looking at the 2-line cost breakdown, extra still in the lead, not by too much. Then we have T-Mobile Essentials Saver, then AT&T Value. Oh, shoot, wait. That's actually a total flip. AT&T Unlimited Extra is the most affordable plan here. I totally just read that as AT&T and didn't even realize it wasn't the value one. Value one is a little bit more expensive because that max trading credit is only $500 versus $1,100 off, which makes a big difference when you're looking at an iPhone 17 Pro Max. Other carriers, we have Verizon Unlimited Welcome, not a good plan. T-Mobile Experience More, a good plan, but very expensive for 2 lines. AT&T Premium, then Ultimate, and then Beyond. What's crazy is Premium is less than Verizon Unlimited Ultimate and T-Mobile Experience Beyond. I think Ultimate is a better overall plan, though. That's my hot take. I think with the features you get, the international features you get, and the available perks on Verizon, I would go Ultimate. All right, let's bump up to 3 lines. This is kind of like 3 and 4 lines is kind of where I make my decision. Extra 2.0 firmly in the number 1 spot, saving you, $155 compared to T-Mobile Essentials. Also wild that T-Mobile Essentials is up there. Like, maybe it's actually not that bad. It's a horrible plan, but maybe net value. But then you could go prepaid and probably get more. Then we have AT&T Value. Wow. The irony. Then T-Mobile Experience More. See, T-Mobile does their 3rd line free. That's what makes Experience More a really good option for families. T-Mobile Better Value, rip and plan. Oh yeah, I figured out what was wrong. Better Value is only available if you have 3 or more lines, which I think is why it was not showing up on the website before. But it is on the site now. Then T-Mobile Experience Beyond, and then, oh, look at that. Verizon Unlimited Welcome, Unlimited Plus, and Ultimate occupying the bottom 4 spots. And Verizon's like, why are people leaving us? Well, it's because you're the most expensive postpaid carrier. All right, let's do 4 lines. This will be the deciding factor. And it is extra. Wow. By a wide margin, too. Almost $1,000 compared to T-Mobile Essentials over the 3-year timeline. Man, I think AT&T Unlimited Extra is probably going to be my net choice. I think the combination of features, priority data, hotspot, and I mean, fundamentally, I'm making a decision based on price and the fact that iPhone users specifically will be getting that trade-in credit. I mean, that's big. That's big. Then value, then Experience More. Still a pretty decent plan. Better value. Oh yeah, I guess better value is what you want for the same price. Then again, Verizon Unlimited Welcome, Unlimited Plus, so expensive. T-Mobile Experience Beyond, cheaper than AT&T Premium. Yeah, that's wild. That is wild. All right, what happens when we go to 5 lines? 5 lines, looking at this breakdown here, and extra, just firmly planted in top. I think that's got to be the answer. Interesting to see that AT&T Premium 2.0 is now the most expensive option for 5 lines. T-Mobile Essentials is a good value. Experience More and Better Value are also, great. That's wild. All right, let's go back to 4 lines. My question, how do things change if you're not getting the Pro Max and instead you're getting the base iPhone 17? And if we sort these by A to Z, interestingly, that puts T-Mobile Essentials up there. And then we have AT&T Value. And then we have AT&T Extra. Not too much farther behind. It is, $120 more expensive over 3 years. So that'll be $40 more expensive per year. For 4 lines is $10 more expensive per line per year. Like, I think that's worth it, is basically what I'm saying. Very low cost overall. And then you get more flexibility on what devices you want for each line. And let's be real, like sometimes you're giving your kid the iPhone 17, you're splurging on yourself, getting the Pro Max, maybe someone wants an Android phone. I think that's the answer. Unlimited Extra is actually the answer to this question. Of course, you can save money by going with a prepaid carrier, but it just kind of depends on what your needs are. I should probably throw one of those in I'll put one of those in for the video, but yeah, that's wild. Extra 2.0, that's what I'm going with, you guys. That's my choice. Extra 2.0 is only $4 more than starter. Yeah, I think it'll be... Experience more is better than better value. CMV. Tommy, what does that mean? Explain yourself. We've got Turk Clips tuning in from Charlotte, North Carolina. I've got some great friends in the Charlotte region, so thank you for tuning in. Great to have you here. Stetson, have you seen the Google Fi half off deal? Yeah, Google runs this periodically. And if you can get Google Fi for half off, it's fantastic. I actually think my Google Fi line is like 50% off or something. Dang, they've been updating their website. Yeah, this, when you bring your phone, this is actually unreal. This is a fantastic deal. Google Fi 50% off for 12 months. I mean, after 12 months, you will get bill shock. It will go up and it will be crazy. But until then, it's so worth it. You should totally do it. Yeah, there's no question. Whoever was asking about Tello earlier, the answer is actually unlimited standard because you're getting the same 50 gigs of high-speed data, $25 plus taxes and fees. It'll probably be $30, but Google Fi has a perk where they actually give you priority data. You can use up to 25 gigs of that as hotspot data, and you get a smartwatch line for free. I think that's a really good value. And you can see they are now advertising top priority data speeds powered by America's fastest 5G network, which, okay, wait, I'm curious now. Is it going to be true? If we go to United States and we look at the breakdown, oh my gosh, it is true. CoverageMap.com is confirming it. You can see the median speeds for T-Mobile across the entire United States. What we're looking at, over 3.2 million tests on T-Mobile, median speeds 230.3 megabits per second down. That is crazy. Verizon, 98.3 megabits per second, AT&T, 86.1 megabits per second. I'm genuinely shocked how close Verizon and AT&T are, given how much faster Verizon seems to be based on the locations that I look up. Now, interestingly, you can see 3.6 million tests on Verizon, 2.8 million on AT&T. So it looks like we could use some more AT&T tests and see that out. Stetson, do you see the Trump phone has you put a $100 deposit to pre-order? Yes, I have. And I can't remember how many pre-orders they had. Let's see, Trump mobile phone pre-orders. Let's see. We're getting an AI summary. I'll throw this on the screen. Show more. Okay, it was a $100 deposit. I don't know how many orders they got, but they have not shipped anything. They have not shipped anything. The device is not coming out. It still hasn't delivered. March 13th. This is insane. They got, sorry, Verge, I have my ad blocker on. They basically got like a couple $1 million from pre-orders and have done absolutely nothing, which is wild. Wild. It's insane. It is insane. And that has always been the case. The $100 deposit has always been there. The phone has changed. It's from a photoshopped iPhone to a Android phone. It bounces around, but yeah, it has been insane. D Money asking why has an update popped up for my app? Assuming you're talking about the Coverage Map app. The good news is the app is auto updated. So if you actually go in to the Coverage Map app and you go to the search tab, you have an all new layout. And the universal search is there, so you can search by a city, region, district, or carrier. And it's super cool. And you get the enriched breakdown with all the new data. It's super, super cool. So you can see here's Longmont, Colorado. I love it. It's so much nicer. And we put a little floating search button so you can always easily search for your next thing. So check it out. Free update. It should just automatically be there. Also, GPRN is saying Google Fi taxes and fees are about $2.50 here in Southern California. That's good to know. I know in Longmont, I think they're a little bit higher. Tommy, Okay, you are correct. And let me justify why I'm doing this. So Tommy is saying you're skewing your math against T-Mobile since all your math on the spreadsheet is based on 3-year math and T-Mobile math is on a 2-year cycle. Tommy, you are absolutely correct. And this is a big advantage of going with T-Mobile. You can upgrade your device every 2 years. Tommy, I would say to you, 2 out of the 3 big carriers upgrade or offer 36-month financing options. So broadly speaking, most people are likely upgrading every 3 years. I don't think it's unreasonable for me to assume that T-Mobile customers, at least some of them, will also upgrade every 3 years. And for the pricing breakdown, I am not doing I'm doing the net cost over 3 years so they can upgrade their device or not, I guess is what I'm saying. But the 3-year total would still end up being the same. And that's what I want to compare, because we got to make these comparable somehow. If we were doing monthly, then yeah, that is a bigger difference. Or that can be a bigger difference. But yeah, this is over 3 years. I think in my mind, this is the best way to do it and make it the most equitable. Should include 1.5 phones. Tommy, if you want to make a spreadsheet that's different, I would accept that. I think 3 years is fine. That's my hot take. That's my hot take. Like, you're right. But I'm looking at just the net total over 3 years. Phone and service. So I guess on T-Mobile, you get an extra half a phone, is what you're saying. But I'm curious how frequently you guys upgrade. How does extra 2.0 4 lines with full promo credit compared to buying unlocked and getting US Mobile Unlimited Starter or Premium Dark Star Annual? This is a fantastic question. I think we can just do this, right? Let's see if we can do it. So insert one row below. This will be US Mobile Unlimited Starter. Okay, we've got 4 lines. The net cost with tax is going to be $100. This is with the monthly option. Trade-in credit is where things get a little bit difficult or tricky, right? Usually what I do is I base it off of Apple's trade-in, where if you go to apple.com and you go to Apple trade-in, you can see the value that they give. And let's say you're upgrading every 3 years. That means you're trading in an iPhone 14, and Apple will give you $225. And if we take $830 minus $225, that means you spent $605 on the device. You take $605 and you divide it over 3 years. Net cost $201.66 per year on the device. Anyway, so I'll use this value, but you can see it changes. Like if you have a Pro Max, you're getting more trading credit. Actually, no, everyone buys the Pro Max anyway, so let's actually do that. We'll do the iPhone 14 Pro Max, which is $350, and we will use in our spreadsheet here the Pro Max model iPhone. And so we'll say the max trading credit is, oops, that's a little bit big, $350, and we will knock that down. And then if we sort A to Z, you can see US Mobile Unlimited Starter. Buying the phone directly from the manufacturer and going with US Mobile Unlimited Starter is cheaper than going with AT&T. However, it is cheaper by exactly $24. I think for many people, the ability to go to an AT&T store for help and support, get help with their devices, do that transfer process, I think that would be a benefit and definitely worth considering. Now, if we want to do, let's insert one row below. We'll do US Mobile Unlimited Dark Star. And then we'll do annual. How about that for lazy typing? 4 lines. It's going to be $32.50 full price. So $32.50 times 4 lines is $130. We'll do the same $350 of trading credit. 3-year total, $8,076. Sort this A to Z. Unlimited Starter is up here. US Mobile Unlimited Dark Star Annual. I guess this is Unlimited Premium Dark Star Annual. There we go. We got to make that a little bit longer. Kind of in the middle of the pack and about over $1,000 more expensive than AT&T Unlimited Extra with the phone trade-in deals. So it really depends on what your needs are. I think there's a valid reason to go with AT&T, I think. Tommy's asking for the spreadsheet. Yeah, Tommy, I got you. I'll share it. I don't need to share it with everyone, though. I don't need like 15 anonymous animals all on this spreadsheet. But yeah, definitely curious what you think. Because it is tricky. I mean, what I tried to do for cool. Copy link. I was like, sometimes I panic. You know, you should try and not share too many things. Okay, cool. Let me actually send this to Tommy. Tommy, I'm going to send it to you. Hopefully you get messages on your computers, all I'll say, because that's how this is coming in. Boom. What I tried to do, this is going back to the device upgrade thing and really trying to compare carriers. With the phoneplancalculator.com project, I made it so that users can actually choose how frequently they're upgrading, right? So let's say you want that Pro Max model iPhone, even though I don't. The Pro is way better. You're trading in a 14 Pro Max for $400. That's crazy. The original trade-in value for the iPhone 14 Pro Max was $400. Now it has been lowered to $350. Now I'm not going to I'm not going to update the website. I will upgrade it, but I'm not going to update the website because the thinking is when you are upgrading your device, you should be doing it when the new phone comes out. That is the best time to do it. And so you would theoretically get the trading value at the time the new device comes out. So when the new iPhone 17 Pro Max came out, that is when you could get $400 for iPhone 14 Pro Max. So that's what I use. Then I do lines. So let's say 4 lines. That's actually reasonable. And here is where it comes down to the math. You can choose if you want to upgrade every 2 years or if you want to upgrade every 4 years. And everything changes based on that. And you can also change your horizon. Let's do 2 years. And you can see the full comparison. I think we want to do data unlimited. That'll eliminate some of them. And now you can see AT&T Unlimited Starter with Next Up Anytime, most affordable option. Next Up Anytime remaining balance forgiven on upgrade, cost included in plan. So this really shows you the power of the Next Up Anytime add-on for upgrading every 2 years. And then it also shows, I think, unfortunately, I need to improve this. Oh, search, not 80 plans. Hell yeah, T-Mobile. We have to get rid of the military plans. Those, I'm sure they're going to be helpful for people, but for me, I'm not eligible, so they drive me crazy. Here you can see T-Mobile Experience Beyond is allegedly the same price as Experience More. That's crazy. How can that be? The plan is lower, but Experience More doesn't get the trading credit. Wow, I wonder if it just like nets out. And then what's really interesting is Experience Beyond, for example, if you want to upgrade every 1 year and you have 4 lines, then Experience Beyond is the most affordable option because it includes the yearly upgrade. So anyway, Tommy, I think this is my solution to the problem, is to just let people decide. Yeah. D Money, can you email the spreadsheet? I'm very interested. I will see if I can share it and what the options are. What website? This is the new site I made. Obviously, you can't see the URL because I hit it. So let me, phoneplancalculator.com. It's a project me and Claude have been working on. There's like, I'm sure, a million things I can do to improve this. And it's a time game. You know, you only have so much time in a day. I think I'll get there though. Can you please add the Premium 2.0 with signature discount to the spreadsheet? Yeah, I think we have Pro Max Sheet 1. Here we go. The signature discount. So this is what I did for that. This is the legacy signature discount, only available for the premium plan, the legacy premium plan. That was $10 off per line per month. You can see the new discount, which is now 20% off, is actually a little bit better for 1 or 2 lines. However, if you have 3 or more lines, then the new discount isn't quite enough. The old discount combined with the lower price of the plan made the old plan a little bit better. For the signature discount, that is 20% off, or excuse me, 25% off. This is a massive price increase for unlimited premium customers because before you had the lower cost of the plan and you got 25% off. So that means you're getting an insane deal. The new plan is only eligible for up to 20% off, and it's more expensive, so price increase pretty much over 20% across the board, which was nuts. Okay, yeah, I texted it to you, Tommy. That's why I said I hope you get texts. I should have just added it in Google Docs, but that way your email is not shared. So I hope that's helpful. Yeah, Scott saying it. Pro is better than Pro Max. Tommy, you're also saying it. Pro is better than Pro XL. It is so true. It is so true. Like this is the perfect form factor. Okay, and naturally, when I'm in my 50s and my eyesight is horrible, I'm gonna love the bigger screen. But maybe that'll be what the iPhone Air is for, right? Bigger screen, thinner device. It'll be awesome. Yeah. We've got Ron Harris, me. I'm a veteran, always looking for a deal, and a senior citizen. I need 4 phones and 4 lines with 2 watches, and 1 is a dumb phone. It gets complicated. Ron, okay. Doesn't have to be complicated. We can make it easy. I'm trying to think. The dumb phone is a little bit of a wrench in the plan, not gonna lie. I think if I'm in your shoes, right? Man, I'm like curious now. Let's go to bestphoneplans.net. I don't even know, like, because really, here's what I'm thinking, Ron. You're a veteran and you're eligible for the T-Mobile 55 plus, but I think 55 plus is only good for 1 or 2 lines. And then they're like, nah, actually it's horrible. In which case the veteran deals are often better. 4 phones and 4 lines is really good. The dumb phone one is really hard because dumb phones are not really sold, in my understanding, by the big carriers. And they're not eligible for the device trade-ins and stuff. I would say, here, we're going to cheat for you because math is hard. We can actually filter these by discount, military, veteran, and first responder. We'll get rid of the regular price. Now we're only looking at military plans. I think what you want is, and then we have to factor in the device trade-in credits. Dang, that's hard. All right, we're gonna say experience more gets $830 off. We're gonna say unlimited welcome gets $360, and we're gonna say experience beyond gets $1,100, and then Verizon Unlimited Plus gets $830. Okay, that's probably pretty good. I think I can copy this. Oh, we need the lines. Where is that? Plan duration. Do I not show the lines? I definitely show the lines. Here we go, lines. Bam. Okay. I think we can do this. So I would put the dumb phone on US Mobile, full stop, right? US Mobile plans, just do the 2 gig plan for $10. It's a dumb phone. This plan will work in the dumb phone. I think you're golden. For $10, I don't think you can beat that. And then for the smartwatches and stuff, like you could do a major carrier. You could go with US Mobile and mix and match. You could go with like Metro and mix and match. But I think the phone deals will make it a little bit better. If I do the Pro Max comparison, and I no longer need that, and then I do, I guess really what I want is, let's unfilter these, select all. No, clear, select all 8. Okay, there we go. Here we go. Device trade-in. That's okay. We're back. We're back. Let's do 3 lines. Cool. Wait, did that not work? 3 lines. Yes. Okay. Cool. Paste. Nope, that didn't work. Oh, can we not paste from Airtable? Sometimes it's weird with that. 21 cells copy. Cool. If I go here, can I paste? Yes. Okay, perfect. Oh, we didn't get the trading credit. My B. Select a little bit more. Copy. Paste. Bam. I need to like... We're going to cheat and add a new column. Just call it military. So we know what we're dealing with here. And then 3-year total, bam. And we can sort A to Z, and that's it. AT&T Extra 2.0 with military. Gonna be one of the most affordable options. Then we have T-Mobile Experience More military, also super affordable, and then AT&T Value Plus. So it looks like Extra 2.0 is showing up as the most affordable option here. If we went ahead and we did US Mobile Unlimited Starter. Now we didn't factor in the watch lines. 2 watches would be $20 extra, pretty much no matter what. So I think that's fine. We do this 3 lines, $75, and we're going to use the, I guess we should use the 400 because that's actually what you get. If we do the 3-year total on that, $5,097. Okay, but what if you needed something more premium? What if you needed like Visible Plus? Which includes, Visible Plus Pro includes watch lines. 3 lines, 3 lines, and then it's $40 a line, which is going to be $120. Max trading credit, we'll do the 400. Again, this is pretty haphazard because I'm assuming Pro Max for everything. That'll make US Mobile's better. AT&T is... AT&T is not better. Excuse me, AT&T is better, but not better than US Mobile. Tommy, I'm assuming you're the anonymous, or I don't even know how to say that. Orox High Stream. Oh my gosh, amazing. Yeah, I mean, it could be possible. It could be possible to do prepaid, but maybe not. Let's see Metro. So if you do Metro, what are we trying to deal with? Like, what's our net total a month? I guess on the service, AT&T's 142, 75. Let's actually, what if it was 100? Okay, we can do 100 actually makes AT&T cheaper. So it really is that $25 price point. I think that's probably the answer. Keep it simple. AT&T Extra 2.0 with the military discount is probably going to be your best bet. And then throw the dumb phone on US Mobile's 2 gig $10 plan. This is available on any network. I think that's it, Ron. Let me know. Let me know what you think. Yeah, you broke me, Ron. That's hard. I mean, I'd have to run so many more numbers, but I'm not about to rip through too many more spreadsheets here. Oh, we've got Tiger MIA 305. Just got my S26 in the mail today, looking for a good plan. I'm in Miami, Florida, 33142. Yeah, you got it. You got it. So first of all, Miami. We already have the coverage map website pulled up. So we'll do 33142. Boom, Miami. You can't go wrong. All of these are excellent. Download. What I love about these cards is it puts download, upload, and reliability all right there. Download T-Mobile first, Verizon second, AT&T third. Upload T-Mobile first, Verizon second, AT&T third. Reliability, T-Mobile, Verizon, then AT&T. I would say T-Mobile is probably your best network. If you want to do monthly, we'll give a shout out to Tello. Not bad. I think I would probably do the new Metro by T-Mobile bring your own device plan, right? This comes with $30 flat, Comes with unlimited high-speed data and 10 gigs of hotspot. Waiting for the website to load. Yeah, bring your own phone. Boom, this is it, the new plan. I think this is going to be awesome. If you're willing to pay annually, you can save a huge amount of money with US Mobile, and that would be awesome as well. Oh, and we got to do Google Fi. All right, we'll do those two options. Let's find it. So US Mobile, oh, perfect. Unlimited starter Lightspeed, $25, 70 gigs high speed, 10 gigs of hotspot. This is fantastic if you want to save a couple dollars over Metro. Also, you'll get 4K video streaming here versus 480p on any of Metro's plans. And we got to give a shout out to Google Fi, which might honestly be the move. Google Fi is running a promo that's 50% off their unlimited standard plan, so $25. Actually, plus taxes and fees will probably make it closer to $30. 50 gigs of high-speed priority data, though. You can use up to 25 gigs of that as hotspot, international data in Canada and Mexico, and full connectivity for smartwatches. So I think those are three great options for your S26 Tiger, and I hope that is helpful. If I'm in your shoes, I mean, I use US Mobile personally, so I'm pretty biased towards them, and they have a promo where you can get the starter plan for $14.60 a month for your first year. So that's probably what I would do, but yeah, definitely there. Yeah, this is a live stream. So feel free to bounce if you don't want to hang out, but I'll answer a question if you have one. I would say more videos in the works as always. Godzilla brings up a really good point. All of the video streaming limits don't apply if you're using a VPN 24/7 though, right? And you are absolutely correct. Turns out if you are using a VPN, that will bypass all of the streaming limits on a cell phone plan, and you will get full 4K quality. So that is one way to do that. Sponge 5797. Hey Stetson, I'm wondering about the new deal from Metro, but I was also worrying about the low priority data. I would not worry about low priority data. All of the T-Mobile prepaid carriers, all the T-Mobile MVNOs, I should say, besides Google Fi, offer QCI 7 deprioritized data. I've used it. I really don't think it makes a difference. T-Mobile is just so fast. I mean, I can show you what I mean. So the Pro version of our map, we're going back to the United States. Let's switch over back to the United States. Bam. And we'll switch to the coverage report map. This is the Pro version of the map. And if we zoom in, actually zoom out so we can see this, you get, this is one of the coolest views ever, a full breakdown and color coding of all of the counties. If we click speed, you can see T-Mobile is the fastest carrier in a huge portion of the United States, okay? And if we look at our full breakdown here, right? If we just go to United States, T-Mobile is the fastest. 230 megabits per second is its median speed. So it is so fast, you are not likely to notice deprioritized data on the T-Mobile network. At least that has been my experience while I've been using it. So I hope that is helpful. All right, Alante Brown is asking for coverage lookup. We will get to that in just a minute, but first, we got to thank the sponsor of this live stream, Back Market. I want to take a quick break from the stream to talk about something that saves you a ton of money. We talk about the best phone plans all of the time, but the biggest expense is usually the phone itself. If you're looking to switch to a cheaper carrier, you need a phone that is unlocked and ready to use on any plan or carrier you choose. But buying a new phone can be quite expensive. That is why I'm partnering with Back Market. Back Market is the leading marketplace for refurbished electronics. You can grab an iPhone 15 Pro from $412, a Galaxy S23 Ultra from $364, a Pixel 8 Pro from $286, or an iPhone 14 from just $263. All Back Market phones are certified refurbished. This means they have gone through a thorough quality inspection of the screen, speakers, ports, buttons, microphones, cameras, and more to verify the phones are 100% fully functional. Back Market also offers free 30-day returns and protects your purchase with their free 1-year warranty. When you combine getting an affordable plan with an affordable phone, you can save yourself thousands of dollars compared to getting a quote-unquote free phone from a big carrier. Backmarket is also offering my audience an extra $20 off with code BYOD20 for a limited time. So check out Backmarket at the link below. Now, back to the stream. And we are back. All right, we've got to do Alante Brown's question. Can you go to coverage map and see what carriers have coverage in zip code 55106? The answer is, of course, we got you. 55106. My favorite part is zip codes still work, but we are now chunking up to the city. We're looking at St. Paul, Minnesota. And wow. St. Paul, Minnesota coming in hot. All networks look excellent. You cannot go wrong. First of all, 100% coverage across the board. The speeds are phenomenal. T-Mobile is in first, getting 198.6 megabits per second down. Then Verizon in second, 185.8. Then AT&T in third, 170.7. Upload speeds, looks like T-Mobile is in first, getting 17.7 megabits per second. Verizon in second, getting 14.1. AT&T in third, getting 12.6. T-Mobile, 10 out of 10 reliability. Verizon, 9 out of 10. AT&T, 8.9 out of 10. I mean, these are fantastic. You literally cannot go wrong. So it's probably like what has the best deal or best plan or what you're looking for. I would say T-Mobile might be slightly better, and you can kind of look at any of the plans we've talked about earlier. I think US Mobile, unlimited starter Lightspeed is going to be a great option. The annual version is a great option. Metro's bring your own device plan is a great option. If you wanted something on Verizon, I would probably lean towards Visible Plus myself. $30 flat, taxes and fees included, unlimited priority data, unlimited hotspot data, 10 megabits per second, up to 1080p video streaming. So really, really good plan for the price. If you wanted something on the AT&T network, that's where I would do, let's reset this. It would be US Mobile, unlimited, starter, Dark Star, and that is going to do unlimited data on AT&T for $25, which is the best price available for unlimited data on the AT&T network. But again, really depends what your needs are. If you actually can get away with less data, some of the plans that I highlight on my website for low-cost plans would be like Helium Mobile Air, for example. $15, 10 gigs of data, awesome value. Smartless Mobile, I think, also does the same thing right now. Mobile X, $15 for 10 gigs on Verizon. So all are great. Depends on what you need. I really like US Mobile because of the account dashboard and stuff. If I wanted something affordable, I probably would consider Helium Mobile Air. I think, the service works pretty well, and $15 for 10 gigs is awesome. So I hope that is helpful. We have a generous super chat coming in from Ron Harris. Ron saying, thanks for your time. I appreciate the help. Ron, you are most welcome. Yeah, feel free to email me if you have any more questions or comments. Trying to find the best deal. You do have a unique situation with the this non-smartphone. Trying to think, the smartwatch lines and the smartphone, but I think broadly speaking, probably AT&T Unlimited Extra is going to be your best bet. And then, factor in the military discount, which would be 15% off. And you can mix and match. So you can put some lines on value, some lines on extra. Just be mindful that the value lines are not going to get the same device promos as the extra lines. So I hope that's helpful. All right, Alan, absolutely spamming the chat, but you're wondering if US Mobile is a good deal. The answer is, yeah, you've got probably the best deal ever. We can check US Mobile's site right now and see what they have cooking, but it's probably not going to be as good. Looks like they're doing unlimited premium for $299, so it looks like US Mobile is matching that, but unlimited starter for $149 is unheard of. That will never happen again. Well, never say never, but that is an insanely good deal. You got it for $149, currently on sale for $175. So, yep, that's awesome. That is absolutely awesome. We got Jared asking, is the Visible Plus Pro $5 off a month for 5 years guaranteed a good deal, or should I wait for a better one? I'm currently on US Mobile at $45 a month. I think it's a great deal. And if I'm in your shoes, Jared, I probably would switch. Number one, you're going to be saving $5. Number two, you're getting about the same service you have now, assuming you're on US Mobile on the Verizon network. And then number three, what's really good is because Visible's deal is month to month, you can actually switch at any time. And that means if US Mobile has a better deal, let's say this upcoming Black Friday, you're going to be eligible to switch back to them for that promotion. And that can be a great way to maximize your savings. So, I mean, if I'm in your shoes, I'm definitely considering it. If you don't want to go through the hassle of switching, like I totally get that. And I love US Mobile for like the end of year. This is how much talk, text, and data you used. I love that. But if you're not using those features and you're purely looking to save money, I mean, Visible Plus Pro, if you don't need the smartwatch line, drop down to Visible Plus, save some money, see what deals come around. Black Friday might be an approach. Ron, mother-in-law, she's 90 years old, not going to be using the smartphone. Trust me, I tried. Yeah, no, that is so fair. I think the good news is if you get pretty much any unlocked phone, it will work with the US Mobile plan I suggested, and that's probably going to be perfect for your mother-in-law. Like, she just needs something to call, right? So get a US Mobile SIM, you throw it in there for $10, unlimited talk and text, call it a day. And once that's set up, hopefully you never need to touch it again. That's the way to do it. Yeah. Jared saying, I use a heavy amount of data. Is the Pro worth it, or should I just go down to the Plus? Jared, data amount does not change between the two. So both Visible here. Let's actually do a full comparison for you. Visible. Bam. Man, they're on different lines. Maybe if I do Visible Plus, will the base plans go away? No. Well, we'll select them. We'll do the manual process. I dislike doing that because the site takes so long to load. But soon it will be fixed and it will be glorious and fast. Oh, James, I also see your question. I'll get to that in a bit too. The system is working hard. Excuse me, just yawned. I am finally, I think, over the time change. Okay, Visible Plus versus Visible Plus Pro. So $10 price difference, that's with the promo, right? $30 a month versus $40 a month. What are you actually getting for that $10? Both plans come with unlimited high-speed priority data, so no change there. You are getting slightly faster speeds for hotspot data on Visible Plus Pro. So unlimited at 15 megabits per second versus unlimited at 10 megabits per second. In my opinion, not worth the upgrade. I think 10 megs is totally fine. You are getting a bump in video streaming quality going from 1080p to 4K. Depending on how much video content you consume, that could be worth it. I will say Visible Plus, the 1080p video streaming limit is about, I think it's 8 megabits per second, somewhere around there, 8 to 10 megabits per second, which is actually fast enough to stream 4K quality video on YouTube. It'll work totally fine for that. So maybe it depends on what you need. The big one is the watch. If you need a watch, go with Visible Plus Pro. Okay, smartwatch is included for free. The regular Visible Plus plan, it is $10 extra. And if you're going to spend $10 extra, you're already at the Visible Plus Pro price. Other differences are the international features. If you travel a lot internationally, the Pro version of the plan could be worth it, but really depends on the international features that you're looking for. So for me, I would sign up for Visible Plus. I would save the money. I know I don't need the smartwatch line. I actually switched from my Apple Watch to a Whoop, and I definitely don't need data. And even with my Apple Watch, I was never using data anyway. The 1080p streaming is totally fine, and the hotspot's totally fine. So those are the differences. I think for most people, Visible Plus is the move. All right, we do have a question coming in from James. T-Mobile is too expensive, $120 for 2 lines. Is there something better on T-Mobile network for 2 lines? We only use 20 gigs of data monthly, willing to do an annual plan if needed. Wow, this is like, James, you're in such a good spot, my friend. Not only do you know how much you're spending, but you know how much data you actually need. Let's see exactly how much money we can save you. So what's first coming to my mind is our friends over at US Mobile. First of all, unlimited starter on the T-Mobile network, 70 gigs of high-speed data, 10 gigs of hotspot, and the annual option is going to be under $15 a month, $175 for your first year. Unbeatable value. However, because you know you only need 20 gigs, we can actually do a 20 gig pooled plan, and net cost is going to be $21.50 a line. Dang, I thought for sure this would be it. Now, full price, this is cheaper than the US Mobile Unlimited Starter plan, but because Unlimited Starter is on sale, that is unbeatable. So I guess first year, like prepay for starter, and then, I mean, even if it renews at full price, you're only spending like net $25 extra, I think, which is crazy. Otherwise, the pooled plan would have been great. Yeah, no, honestly, I think this is the US Mobile Unlimited Starter. If you're willing to do annually, grab this. You can get the same T-Mobile coverage, drop your bill to from $120 to under $30 a month net is what it would be. That's insane. That's $90 a month in savings, $1,080 a year in savings just by doing that. Make sure your T-Mobile phones are unlocked though before you switch. That's what I would suggest. And then, yeah, even at full price, I mean, that's going to be an amazing value. So that's what I would say. I hope that's helpful. I have a non-cellular Apple Watch to go with the Plus plan. Ah, Jared, you got it. Happy to help out. Yeah, that's the move. That is the move. Ooh, Trevor, this is a great question. For each network, at what data amount does it make sense to just go unlimited rather than buying limited data plans? The answer is less about data amount and more about price point, right? Because you can basically get unlimited data on any network right now for $25 flat. Okay, you've got US Mobile on AT&T with their unlimited starter plan. You've got Visible Base on Verizon with their Visible Base plan. You've got T-Mobile has Metro by T-Mobile, $25 unlimited. So the moment you hit $25 per line per month is when it makes sense to go unlimited, pretty much, no matter what. The best plans that I think are available under that threshold are pretty much the like 15 gig plan. So Helium Mobile Air, $15 for 10 gigs. Like anything over this, and I think based on your usage and the price, you're probably going to want to consider unlimited. Mobile X Unlimited 10, like that's another really good one. Yeah, it's crazy how quickly it adds up. And then all the promos just make the unlimited plans like boom, Visible Base, $25 flat. US Mobile Unlimited Starter Dark Star, $25 flat. I don't show them here. Yeah, Total 5G. You can get this for $25 when you bring your own device. Like that's an amazing value too. So it's really, if you need more than 10 gigs probably, because those are the highest data allotment plans that still are under that $25 price point, I think is really the way to answer that. Let me just see here. 10 gigs. Yeah, that's it. That's the answer. Leica Mobile, Leica with all their promos, they're ridiculous. Smartless Mobile, I should probably put Smartless on the homepage. This is a really good value plan. I think taxes and fees are insane though. Where did it go? Yeah, $20. I mean, still cheaper. Yeah. 10 gigs from Tello, 1923. US Mobile Flex. I think that's it. And then you're already at over 25 bucks. That's wild. 15 gigs. Is there anything that's cheaper? AT&T prepaid annual? Maybe. And then you're already at 25. That's the answer. No one, man. It is 10 gigs. If you're using over 10 gigs of data per month, you should probably go unlimited rather than getting a 15 gig plan, because the unlimited plans are likely going to be the same price or cheaper. That's crazy. Hi, Stetson. Is Metro's $10 HD video worth it or just VPN? Look, Sponge, great question. If you want the convenience, I'm sure the $10 add-on is very convenient and will just work. VPNs can have problems. They're annoying to turn on. Sometimes it doesn't work or it doesn't connect. There can be other issues that I'm sure. But the price point, I think I would rather have the VPN, right? So I am a Surfshark affiliate, so I will shamelessly plug them. You as Surfshark, you're looking at $2 a month, okay, with their starter plan. We don't need to buy it right now. We already have Surfshark. I do pay for Surfshark, so I know it works. And $2 a month, that's instantly going to save you 8 times 12, $80, $96 a year in savings, compared with the add-on. So I would do this, or literally any other VPN. And there are some that are free. So I would see that. Oh man. Sorry, I'm just reading Trevor. I want to see Stetson try to live on a 1 gig plan for a whole month. Trevor, what am I going to do? I'm going to run out of data. So I think I use I'm probably at 10 gigs, maybe 6 to 10 gigs. So I'd probably use it within the first week. And then I'd have 21 days without data. What am I going to be doing? Oh my God. Yo, Tommy spitting facts. I would carry his Minternet with him everywhere. I did get an adapter for my car. So I drive a Tesla and it doesn't have a normal plug in it. Like a lot of the nicer trucks and other EVs have an actual US, I don't know the terminology, but an adapter, right? You can just plug stuff into the car and it works. Tesla, at least the model I have, does not have that. So I got an adapter that turns a cigarette lighter into 2 plugs. So now I can plug in a T-Mobile home internet device or a Verizon 5G home internet device. Now, of course, as I'm saying this, I realize all these devices are USB-C powered. And if there's one thing that Tesla has, it's USB-C power. So I might not have needed that plug. But yeah, that'd be crazy. That's insane. No more music streaming. Actually, 512 gig iPhone, I download all of my music offline. So I think I could get away with that. The podcasts, I think, yeah, gotta adapt. Oh, it'd be so hard. The Google Maps, I'd have to do a deep analysis. What is using my data? Turn off all data using activities and do that. Ron Harris Mia is saying putting $10 towards a VPN is probably better. I'd agree with that. Yeah. Oh my God. Crazy. Okay. Let's pull up. Tommy is saying, I sent you the spreadsheet with T-Mobile math. Tommy is low-key a local legend. Let me pull this up. On stream. Is this the same one or is this... Oh my gosh. Tommy, you are cooking. Jeez, guys, Tommy was cooking. I need to give Tommy a super chat. We don't need the military flag anymore, so I'll shrink that down. But, Tommy, is this for everything? Select all 5. See, this is where the spreadsheets get yeah. Okay, we got some. 2-year total. Here, okay, wait. Hear me out, Tommy. I'm thinking we do 2-year total. We need to convert the totals into months, right? And then we can compare monthly price. Is that crazy or does that make sense? Right? So it'd be the 2-year total equals this divided by 48. And we'll do, boom. Damn, Tommy is cooking. We're like actively working on this. That's crazy. This I feel like is a good metric. And then the 3-year total, insert right. Oh, it's outside. Okay, that means we have to insert left. And then equals this divided by 36. Did I do that right? Yeah, cool. And then now we just got to compare them. This is where it's like, yeah. Jeez, the net monthly cost. See, now you can see, wait, we don't want to do that. We want to compare like this price to like these prices. Wow, this is a mess. Tommy, I'll let you continue to cook. I'm sure you're on this. But yeah, my idea, I think, of comparing the net monthly cost might work. And that's a comparable number. Do you have any recommendations for VPNs that aren't detectable by most streaming services? The short answer is no. I'm going to continue shilling Surfshark because I'm an affiliate of them. Let me see if I can throw a link in the chat for you. Check them out. Do your own research. Any VPN will work. But yeah, I'm only going to promote the one that pays me money. So I'll throw it in the chat if you're interested. I do pay for this and use this. So it works for me. Some of the servers tend to work a little bit better, but yeah. I think it matters getting a new phone every 2 years versus 3 years. That's so fair. And that is true. That is true. I think for me, I was thinking most people upgrade every 3 years, trying to make it easy, simple. But if we're doing the real math, yeah, no. I mean, that's what Tommy's doing. 2-year device savings. Wow, and throwing the savings in there? Is the savings? Oh, wow. Sorry, I'm like looking at this. I don't even... This is like logic and math all at the same time. Wild. Wild. And then you have some plans that upgrade every year. Anyway, that's what I was trying to do with the Ron. Oh, we already have it open. Phoneplancalculator.com. Throw it in the chat. I should probably check the analytics on this at some point. But this allows you to choose how many lines you have, how frequently you like to upgrade. So if you like to upgrade every 2 years, boom. If you like to upgrade every 1 year, boom. The time horizon, you want to look at the pricing. 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, 1 year, right? So that's what this is trying to do. I think I need to honestly work with Claude and improve this because there's so many things we can do to improve it. And yeah, but that's the whole point. You let people decide. Oh, I love this question, Trevor. I like asking weird questions, but what do you think is the oldest iPhone you could actually live with day to day? Man, like this factors in so many things. I think from a cellular reception perspective, I would want an iPhone 13 or newer. The iPhone 12 did not have good 5G speeds and quality, at least for my testing, and I would want something faster than that. I don't think, like, it's got to be 5G. And so then it's the oldest 5G iPhone, which would be iPhone 13. iPhone 13 Pro is probably the answer. But then it has USB, it doesn't have USB Type-C, it has a Lightning, and that's a downer. Granted, I now wirelessly charge my iPhone every night, so that is likely a non-issue. So my final answer is the iPhone 13 Pro. Will I miss the dynamic island of the 14 Pro and be envious? Yes, absolutely. Maybe I should say the 14 Pro. The darn dynamic island is so convenient. It's just like a little multitasking thing. I love that. It's like you have a podcast playing and a timer going. You can bounce between them. And then it's like, well, iPhones really haven't changed that much. So like, could I get away with an iPhone 11? No, I couldn't. I think I would throw it against the wall. The answer is iPhone 13 Pro, final answer. Curious what everyone else would say. What's the best value on the Verizon network that is unlimited? Mac Gear 99. This is a fantastic question, and there are 3 answers, I would say. So answer numero uno is going to be a plan from our friends over at Visible, right? I think the best value plan for most people is Visible Plus. Currently $30 a month for 5 years with code 5off5. Unlimited priority data, unlimited hotspot at 10 megabits per second, and 1080p video streaming. $10 to add a watch and great international features. If you want the watch, you upgrade to Visible Plus Pro. Plan number 2, I can already feel people in the chat typing it in. It's going to be Total Wireless, okay? The best value plan, probably Total 5G Unlimited. This knocks the price down to $25 a month when you bring your own device. Same unlimited priority data. This time 15 gigs of hotspot, 720p video streaming, and some great international features as well. If you wanted a potentially better overall value and package, you upgrade to Total 5G Plus Unlimited, and this includes Disney Plus for free. That's a $19 a month add-on, so really, really good. I would say, oh man, I'm looking at some other comments. We'll get back to them. $30 a month, unlimited high-speed priority, unlimited hotspot at 5 megabits per second. It works. It is a little bit on the slow side, but totally works. And then you're getting that Disney Plus subscription included as well. The third option I'll throw down is going to be US Mobile Unlimited Premium. The deal they have now that knocks it to under $25 a month, the inclusion of that free smartwatch line, and US Mobile's multi-network add-on makes it really, really cool. Brian is saying become an affiliate of Speedify. Okay, hey, I'm open. I'll reach out. They'll be like, sure. I hope they're like, sure. Sounds like you like it. I'm assuming you mean VPN. I'll look into that. Yeah, Alfie is saying Type-C for me is a must, so iPhone 15 Pro. 15 Pro is so good. That was a great phone. And that is the action button. I use the action button every day for my car. Let me see. I think I can show this. Yeah. So I have my action button set to these things, which is, oops, can't see that because it's too bright. Oh man, the action button sheet is above the, how do I just miss it? All right. Bam. Action button. Open frunk. Make it comfy. Vent windows. Control my home. Actually, don't really use that one. Halide, don't use that. Quick dictation, sometimes use that. But the top 3, the car ones, I use those all the time. Granted, it would be pretty easy to trigger those with Siri and to just do like some shortcuts on your home screen. So that's probably what I would do. I still think iPhone 13 Pro is my final answer. The lack of USB-C is a real bummer, but we're trying to go as old as possible here. I think that would be it. I feel like I regret that anyway. Steel Bottle. Hi, Stetson. Thanks for the helpful content. Sorry if it's been asked before. What do you think of the phone plans offered by Costco for the 3 major carriers? Often they're great. I mean, if you're going with a major carrier, I think you should have 3 lines or more. Okay, that should be your baseline. That should be your minimum. And if you have 3 lines or more, the deals offered through Costco are likely going to be as good, if not better. Sometimes Costco will stack in an extra Costco gift card, better return policies or restocking fees or other things that make them a better overall value. So I would definitely consider that. But if you don't have Costco, then it's not eligible for everyone. So yeah, I think it's great. I also advocate for going prepaid, so definitely check that out. All right, Tommy, are you still cooking on this sheet? What are we looking at here? One point, I feel like we're going to need like Tommy on the live stream or something for all this insane work. So cost with tax, PodPay's 3-year total. This feels like it's the same thing. Wait, am I looking at the wrong? Here we go. Cost per line. Whoa. But is this, we need to like merge them. We need to take like, you know what I mean? What you would do in Google Sheets is like create these 2 fields. I guess theoretically, would one be blank? Upgrade cycle. You'd only want to look at the upgrade cycle, like the 3-year upgrade cycle, you would only want to look at the 3-year pricing, right? Unless I'm mistaken. And then effectively do like, if the 2 year is blank, then show the 3-year. If the 3 year is blank, then show the 2-year, or something like that. You probably only need one of those. And then you can just collapse the columns that are not needed. We got to fix this problem, Tommy. I feel like this is the math equation. Like, this is it. This is the fundamental problem for choosing a cell phone plan. And I feel like we're 90%, 80 to 90% there. Like, the phone plan calculator is probably 80% there. It just needs way better filter options, probably a better design. And then it probably needs an onboarding flow. Like, you go through and you can actually just like select what you want, and then you do it. The design that Claude came up with is not bad. Top picks. There you go. So I'm doing the math, assuming whoever it is gets a new phone as soon as they can. That makes logical sense. Because like, the thing is, if you're doing a 2-year upgrade cycle or a 3-year upgrade cycle, you're like, the net cost per year of phone ownership is probably not that different, especially if the net cost is free, if you're getting a baseline iPhone. So yeah. Mike, what do you think of Cricket? Cricket's great. Depends how many lines you have. You can probably save money with US Mobile. US Mobile does have better features than Cricket, I think. So using it to check my math, I respect it. Dude, the math checking is hard. Sometimes I will, no joke, download a Google Sheet as a CSV, upload it into Claude, and be like, find all the errors with this. And then Claude's like, you messed up here, here, and here. And I'm like, oh, great, thanks, Claude. And then I make the changes. And that helps. Does visible wireless and total wireless, which one is better for international calling? Do they give you like the daily pass that Visible does? So international calling is different from international roaming. Technically, I think Total has better international calling. However, I believe you need to use a special Total Wireless international calling app. Let me look this up right now. And I don't think that is a good experience. So I would go with Visible for international calling, even though it's only 500 minutes. I think the experience will be a little bit better. Let's do App Store. And let's do Total International. Boom. And yep, that's it. 2 stars for an international calling app. Can you see that all right? Probably not, knowing my webcam. I think I'm going to order a new webcam, you guys. This is ridiculous. It has one job. Anyway, yeah. I don't think, oh, now it focuses. I don't think it's worth it. I think I'd go Visible. I mean, the recommendation that I selected for my video was Metro by T-Mobile. No, excuse me, Ultra Mobile, also owned by T-Mobile, because they include free international calling to over 90 countries, most importantly to landline countries or landline destinations, and then some have mobile as well, and then pay per use at affordable rates to a lot of others. And then that's included with all of their plans, which start as low as 1 month, $19 for 4 gigs, or if you're willing to do an annual plan, you can do 4 gigs for $10, which is insane. But otherwise, for your question, I think Visible. All right, Velvet Jones. On US Mobile Unlimited Starter, would you rather have Darkstar QCI 9 or Lightspeed QCI 7? Well, Velvet Jones, coverage depends a lot on location, and I don't know if you caught the stream, but I live in Boulder County, and you can see T-Mobile is significantly faster than AT&T in my area, so I would go QCI 7 on Lightspeed all day, every day, and I would actually say that's true for anywhere. I think you're less likely to notice deprioritized speeds on T-Mobile QCI 7 than you are on Darkstar QCI 9. But again, it is super location dependent, it is time dependent, and there's so many factors that go into that. But I would go with Lightspeed. All right, D Money. Should I upgrade any of my lines from AT&T to the new 2.0? I have one Elite, one Premium PL, two Starter PL with signature discount. D Money. No, I don't think so. I think the only plan worth upgrading is Unlimited Extra, and you don't have any Unlimited Extra lines. And it sounds like you have a signature discount that's legacy, and the signature discount did change. So I would stick. I would not update. I don't think you're really getting anything from updating. And the legacy starter lines are still eligible for the best trade-in deals, whereas the new value line is not always, at least. So I would do that. Bruh, how did I get here? Almost done paying off my Spectrum bill. I've been with Verizon and T-Mobile MVNOs for so long. I can't wait to see how AT&T is. Hopefully you mean AT&T Internet and you're not just going with the postpaid. Because I think Verizon and T-Mobile MVNOs are so much more affordable. What do you think of Xfinity Mobile? Question coming in from Big Tank. They're great. I think US Mobile and Visible tend to be my preference because I think they have better mobile apps, just better experience. And sometimes it's nice to separate out that home internet and phone service. So if you move and Xfinity isn't available, your mobile service doesn't jump up by $20 a line a month all of a sudden. That said, the plans from Xfinity are great, or at least they're decent for the price, especially if you get them for free. If we pop over to best phone plans here, throw in Xfinity, the $40 for 30 gigs, not bad. You know, it's priority data, hotspots there. Actually, this is not hotspot. I should borderline remove that. But yeah, $40 for 30 gigs. What am I saying? I'm trying to justify this. This is not a good deal. Go with Visible Plus, $30 for unlimited. And then Xfinity Mobile Premium Unlimited, 100 gigs priority, 30 gigs hotspot, 4K video. It's not necessarily a bad plan, but you'll get a better value from Visible Plus, from Total Wireless, from US Mobile, and you'll decouple your internet and your home. So I think that's a perk. Benefits are that Xfinity does support watch lines and tablet lines, and to Xfinity's credit, you get the device trade-in deals, and that can sometimes help lower the net cost as well. All right, Tommy, did you cook like crazy? Should we use this? How do we use it? 2-year device savings, 2-year total. Is this 2-year device savings versus... It's not versus the 3-year total. That's wild. Experience Beyond. Okay. Because Beyond lets you upgrade every single year. So the device savings would be massive. Oh, you know what we need to do? We need to... Oh, there's a new Gemini tab, everybody. That's crazy. Gemini is just getting forced down our throat. The 3-year is messed up. Oh, gosh. Okay. I'll let you chime in the chat when it's ready to go. It's not looking up, right? I mean, to be fair, I made the original sheet with... partially with Claude, so 2-year isn't mathing right yet. Okay, all right, so it's not mathing right yet. No worries. We will let Tommy continue to cook in the background because he is cooking. We should also probably remove some of the military plans because I don't think we need them. I got to... That'll be my next project. When I'm done with my current obligations, that'll be my next project. My original formula is confusing me. Good. I made it with Claude. So blame Claude. Let me see if I can pull up the, here we go. Here. I will see if I can send an explanation. This is the worst way of sending this kind of information. A elongated screenshot through text. But it'll all be there. Bam. See if this makes sense. If it doesn't, that's okay too. The original formula, I think, was supposed to account for the drop-down value and use that. But here we go. What prepaid carriers offer watch lines that is not Apple Watch? Well, we've got Total Wireless. Visible supports Pixel Watch, and I believe Samsung Galaxy Watches. US Mobile supports Apple Watch, and I think Pixel Watch as well. Metro by T-Mobile supports watches, and Cricket supports watches. I ran out of fingers there, so I think that's everything. Oh, John watched me make a mistake live on stream. Yeah, that's my bad. Cost per line divided by 24. Okay, yeah. Yeah, that's totally my bad. Tommy, I'll fix it. Yep, that's probably on me, honestly. Sorry, Tommy, I just went into your spreadsheet and made mistakes everywhere. But there we go. And Fernie is saying, just switch to Total Wireless with their BYOD 50% off for 5 years. That is so good. I chose this over Visible because of the Disney Plus Premium. I used to love Disney Plus Premium, but I have not seen any shows on Disney Plus. I'm watching all of my shows on Apple TV Plus right now. I'm sure there is a Disney Plus show that I need to watch that I forget, but I think Apple TV Plus is just crushing it. It's just crushing it. As a Canadian, would you review our postpaid plans, Telus Bell Rogers? Jordan, I would love to. I simply do not have the time right now. Oh, Daredevil coming out. Yeah, that is true. Some of it's really good. The Mandalorian, I think The Mandalorian was okay. Andor, phenomenal. Phenomenal. I love that show. That was incredible. I think I remember it came out and I was like, oh, I'll just watch one episode on like a Tuesday or something, right? And I saw the first episode and was like, well, there goes the rest of my day. And I spent the whole rest of the day just watching the rest of the series. And it was awesome. It was such a fun day and like a luxury to be able to do that. Percy Jackson was pretty good. They do have some good stuff. And it's really good if you have kids or you want to rewatch any of the Marvel stuff. And I guess Hulu's now in there as well. So that could be good. But, obsessed with Drops of God on TV Plus right now. I need to check that out. I've been watching Shrinking, lighthearted, very funny. I really want to see the third season of Foundation. Really enjoyed that show, so I'm excited to get into that. D Money. Off topic, what line of work do you do besides this? D Money, this is it. This somehow is a full-time job. I get to make YouTube videos and talk about cell phone plans and, help out with coveragemap.com and doing some things here or there. Really, it's mostly Trevor. Again, shout out to you, Trevor. Trevor rebuilt all of this. And I helped out here and there, provided some design suggestions, some ideas, but it was really Trevor and AI coming up with all this goodness. So yeah, this is somehow my full-time job. Yeah, Shrinking is hilarious. What else is really funny? Oh man. There is one called nope, I forgot it. It might come to me later. But it's Apple TV Plus. Silo is really good. There's one about going to the moon. I forget that one. For All Mankind, that one's really good. Well, the first couple seasons of that are really good. I really enjoyed Hijack as well. Slow Horses, that was a little violent for me, not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. Oh, dang. GS, hey Stetson, great haircut. Thank you so much, appreciate it. I know, it's very slick. Hairstylist did a great job. Thanks for all your help. I finally ported my 2 lines plus watch from Verizon US Mobile, saving over $100 a month. That is phenomenal. I love that. I absolutely love that. Sorry, wait. Made a screenshot. I'll tweet that out. That'll be a funny face. But yeah, no, it's so good. So good. Do you know the reason why US Mobile deals are mostly revolved around Darkstar? I wish I could have pulled the trigger on some of their deals, but unfortunately AT&T doesn't work so well where I live. Yeah, and Fernie, well, good news. Their current promos are available on all 3 networks. And so here you can see. And yeah, I just think it kind of gives them a little bit of leverage. Like US Mobile can kind of decide they have, I don't know, X amount of traffic going to their website, X% conversion rate, people are signing up. The default network is likely going to get 90% of those signups. So I would say US Mobile has some unique leverage and opportunities where they can say, hey, like to a partner carrier, like, do you want more signups? If so, let us know and we can make that happen. And I think they just are in a unique negotiation spot to be able to offer that. And I think AT&T has been likely more interested in the prepaid customer base, and that's why they've been offering better deals. And for any PSL, I'll watch Andor soon. It is so good. It is so good. Check it out. Check it out. Slow Horses is awesome. If it's not US Mobile and Visible, why would you go with a big three with the price? I mean, we kind of talked about that in this stream with this spreadsheet, right? If you do the breakdown, Tommy's working on his own breakdown. Here's the trash breakdown I made. But you can see, well, depending on what your needs are and if you like going to a store, US Mobile Unlimited Starter is technically more affordable if you are getting the Pro Max model iPhone. But AT&T Extra 2.0 with the military discount specifically, all right, with the non-military discount, it's more expensive. But it's not that much more. And if we bump up to 4 lines, the cost difference is even less. Especially if you need, here, we did it. It is, oh, sorry. $24 extra more over the period of 3 years to go with AT&T Extra 2.0 versus US Mobile Unlimited Starter. And Extra 2.0 has way more features than Starter, right? It's got priority data. It's got more hotspot data. It's got the device trade-in deals. You can finance everything monthly. Like the net cost for families with 4 or more lines, I think is a great overall value. And that's where I think going with postpaid can make sense. Now, if you know how to master your bill, you like getting your devices unlocked, that's where going with prepaid can make more sense. So, yeah. Not by Bots, Slow Horses is awesome. It was stressful. Sometimes it stressed me out. I think my favorite shows, oh, have you guys seen Severance? Phenomenal. I love that show. I love that show. I also really liked Pluribus. That was a great show as well. Direct carrier unlocked financing is the best. I don't think you can do direct unlocked financing from the carriers. Everything is locked with them. Unless you go through Apple, then you can get it unlocked. All right, call me Nino. Does it make sense getting an iPhone 17 Pro Max now or just wait 6 months to get the iPhone 18 Pro Max? I think it depends what your needs are, what plan you're on, how much you want to spend, if you like getting the newest phone. I am a phone nerd. I love spending money on phones. I like put these purposely on my desk so I can hold them up as props. I'm into them. I like phones. Okay, I like testing them out. I think they're cool. I think they're fun. If I were in your shoes, I would wait. Like at this juncture, the 6 months to getting the new iPhone will fly. It's not true. It will take forever and fly by at the same time. But I would wait. I would much rather get the latest and greatest when it comes out than get an iPhone 17 Pro Max now. Like the savings now, I don't think would be worth it. So I would wait. And the 18 Pro Max will be fantastic as well. Silo is also amazing. Yeah, really enjoyed that. Dark Matter. That was the show that I forgot. Incredible. Definitely recommend Dark Matter. There's so many. There's so many good ones. Apple TV is just crushing it, you guys. I'm not talking about the carriers. Oh, yeah. Getting your phone unlocked directly from the manufacturer, that's the way to do it. That is the way to do it. Oh, and like if you finance through Apple or finance through Samsung or finance through Google, that totally makes sense. Yeah. Ooh, also a remake of Melcom in the middle coming April. So many good shows. Who do you think got the best coverage? Verizon, AT&T, and T-Mobile? I think it really depends on region, and that's why we built coveragemap.com, right? So you can literally go in, enter your state, city, county, your zip code, and see what's best. I'm in Longmont, Colorado, and in my area, T-Mobile and Verizon are the best. I would lean a little bit more towards T-Mobile. Granted, I use Verizon personally, so, there goes that. I think my broad perspective nationwide is I think that AT&T likely has oh my God, this is perfect. I have the data to back me up right now. AT&T has the biggest overall coverage footprint, 72.8% coverage, but also the slowest speed. So if you want the most coverage, probably go with AT&T. It's probably going to work in most places. Verizon is probably the best balance between coverage and speeds, right? 69.5% and 98.3 megabits per second, really good. T-Mobile, it's the fastest, but it tends to work better in cities. And sometimes I don't quite have the coverage as the other carriers do. And I'm interested to actually see if we do a coverage breakdown. You can see they're all so similar. Verizon technically saying they have the most great coverage. Okay, Verizon. None 30. Yeah, I think we have the numbers to back it up. I would be curious if we could do a 5G breakdown versus a 4G LTE breakdown. And I'm also curious where the 76.9% is coming from if it is not listed on our chart here. But there you go. I hope that's helpful. All right. Tommy, how's the spreadsheet cooking? Has it baked in the oven? Do we use it? Is it good? Some of this math is crazy. And then we have to factor in phones. Look, what is the end game, right? What is the end game? I think I have the 2 year down, crushing it. Okay. Apramia. Let me know in the chat if that was correct or also still horrible. Apramia. Appreciate that. Oh, see, okay. I want to know if Canada has as much fraud as the United States does. Because Verizon was like, we need to lock our devices because we have fraud. And if Canada blocks you from locking your phone and they don't have fraud, then that reason I think is just baloney. That's my hot take. More like May for the May. Aprameya. Hopefully that's getting closer. That's wild. What do you think about Dish's new Project Genesis? Wait, what? They have a new Project Genesis? There's no way. Launching the Genesis mission, Department of Government. Oh, here we go. Project Genesis. Bam, here it is. Thankfully, I canceled my Genesis account because, so sad. RIP. RIP. Galileo. Yeah, all right. RIP to the network. That's all I'll say. Anyway, endgame. This is what I'm talking about. Endgame device comparison. You want, for each line on the account, right? You need someone to be able to select how many lines they have. Then for each line, be able to select what device they have. That's the traded device. And then select what device each line wants. Then how many lines they have. And then how frequently, ideally it'd be how frequently each line likes to upgrade. Because then you can really stack. And you can say like, okay, AT&T unlimited extra with the AT&T Next Up Anytime add-on is worth it if you like to upgrade every 1 or 2 years. And then the other lines don't need that. And so only one line would need that. And then, but that's it. That's the end game. It's for every line, like how many lines you have, what phone each line has, what phone each line wants, and then the net cost and how frequently each line upgrades. Question. All right. And Fernie, does the US Mobile monthly plans multi-line perks make any sense math-wise? If they help cover a streaming cost or something, we would pay out of pocket for anyway. I'm bad at math. It would help out a little bit. Sometimes it's a little bit of a hassle to get those, so I often don't include them. And very few people, I think, are eligible anyway. So if, yeah, their deals are around paying annually, I would probably pay annually and get the better deal, to be honest. And then just pay separately for the service. Because that way you can switch your service at any time and it's easier. And yeah. All right. You guys are amazing. Tommy, you're amazing. Tommy, if you finish the sheet, I can see you still crushing away at it. You're killing it. You're doing awesome. If you finish that, let me know and I'll link it in the chat or something for, not in the chat, but at the end of the video for people to check out. But yeah, I'm cooked. You guys are awesome. I love talking with you. I think we're gonna wrap this up. And before we wrap up, we got to say a big thank you and shout out to Back Market, the leading marketplace for refurbished tech. Oh, Tommy's got it. He thinks he's got it. Is this a buzzer beater? Wait. Well, I can still give Back Market a shout out. We got to give Back Market a shout out. Leading marketplace. Should we look up some devices for fun? Like, if you want a Galaxy S24, low-key thinking of picking up a bunch of these for testing. Galaxy S24 starting at $310, $309.99 before trade-in. That is so good. $30 for good? Yo, say less. That is phenomenal. Very tempted to pick up a bunch of those. They are annoying with multiple SIMs because the phone has to restart every time you switch networks. But that's a great value. The Pixel phones, Pixel 8 Pro, $255. Like, such a good deal. You could do Pixel, how about Pixel 9 Pro? No joke. About the same as the 10 Pro. It's half the price. Like, that low-key kills me. I did not need to spend however much money I spent on my Pixel 10 Pro. Like, this is the same phone. They literally have the same cellular modem too, I think. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Such a good deal. What else? iPhone. Let's do the iPhone 13 Pro. Shout out to Trevor. This is the oldest iPhone I think I could use today. The answer is I probably could still use it, and it's $300 for a phone. $321. That's so good. That's so good. I love Schmitty's like, it's going to feel weird switching to an iPhone for the first time. Oh, that's so funny. 16 Pro Max. Yo, I got you. 16 Pro Max on Back Market. And you can knock another $20 off with code BYOD20. So iPhone... funny enough, Trevor's parents actually just got the iPhone 16 Pro Max on Back Market. Look at this. We'll do excellent condition 821. Like, that's about $400 off. $1,200. Like, that's so good. It's so good. It's refurbished. You've got the free 30-day returns, a 1-year warranty. So good. So good. Shout out to Tommy, Green Bubble by choice. All right. Is this spreadsheet good? Yeah. Are we comparing it? Do we sort? 3-year total, cost per line. Whoa. We have 2 cost per lines. Is one of them? That's the 2-year cost per line. This is a 3-year cost per line. Okay. Okay. I'm picking up what you're putting down. Let's do bloop and then bloop and then wait, let's sort this and just get rid of all the military ones. Boom. Perfect. That means we can delete this column. Boom. Perfect. And now we can, oh shit, everything is broken. Sorry, Tommy, that's on me. It's probably because I deleted these. Oh God, who made this sheet? It was mostly me. It was mostly me. All right, we will not remove military. We will just make it really small, and then yeah, what we do? Cost align. Sort A to Z. And then lines, sort A to Z. Or maybe we should do the cost per line. We can filter lines, one line, what the cheapest option is. For one line, it's always prepaid. Yeah. Well, we don't have any prepaid plans here, but AT&T value, that tracks. All right. The real question is what happens for 4 lines now, right? And it is T-Mobile Essentials, technically upgrading every 2 years. Cost a line. Wait, where did the cost per line for 2 years go? Wait, is that hidden? Is that the idea? Yeah, don't remove columns. Yeah, I totally messed it up. Yeah, I got you. It should be the same. Got it. Cool. I got it. I'm picking up what you're putting down. It's crazy the US mobile plan is still really good. $46. Wait, how is extra more than value now? Because wasn't extra cheaper before? 2-year device savings, 2-year total. 36.46. Or am I tripping? Hang on. Lines, 4 lines. Yeah, I have extra. Well, I'm just looking at 3-year totals. And I'm looking at a Pro Max. Are we looking at a Pro Max here, or is this, what is we got? Yeah, Pro Max. I don't know, Tommy. Either I messed up on the first spreadsheet or something isn't matching. It was probably me on the first one, not gonna lie. But yeah. John, go watch Max's video. Shout out to Max. We'll plug it at the end of the stream. This is winding down. Interesting. Yeah, T-Mobile better value, experience more. 47. It's crazy that it's only like a couple dollars extra a month, but that adds up over 24 or 36 months. We'll work on it. All right, Tommy, you're incredible. I had to rewrite the math. Yeah. Such a check for a GCI and copper value, you should be shocked at the price. Do I want to? Mobile internet and telecom for Alaska plans. I do not have any of these on best phone plans because only people in Alaska are eligible. Mobile. Never allow. Change location. Update. Now I'm in Anchorage. Perfect. Shop all plans. I want mobile plans. Unlimited plans. Oh my gosh. I just want the plans. Here we go. All right, Apex. Talking texts. Where's the price? How is this possible? Whoa. Oh my God. 95, 85, 70, 60. $60 for 3 gigs. $70 for 15 gigs. Wait, no. $70 for 50 gigs. 85 for 100. 95 for unlimited. That's crazy. That is crazy. All right, we got to end it there. I'm wiped. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for tuning in to an epic live stream. Check out Back Market. You can save on a refurbished phone. The iPhone, we looked at prices, but they're really good. Check out Back Market at the link below. Thank you guys for tuning in for another epic Monday live stream. Check out Max's video. If you don't know him, he's another awesome creator and YouTuber. I'm sure he was editing this and listening at the same time. Wait. Pull his channel up here. What is new? But crushing it. Dude's beating me to it. Max just released AT&T's all news plans should you switch. Great title, great thumbnail, crushing it. So feel free to go ahead and give that a watch if you're curious. We already broke down AT&T's plans in this video, but check out Max's video for his take on the AT&T plans. Tommy's brain is mathed out, but enjoy the sheets. We'll post that in a pinned comment right after this live stream. And yeah, you guys are awesome. That's it. I gotta end it before. I think I said everything I need to say. Like, comment, subscribe, download the Coverage Map app, check out the new Coverage Map website. Trevor crushed it. I'm like running out of things to say. I think that's it. That's everything. You guys are awesome. Thanks so much for tuning in. I'll see you next Monday. Bye.